Today I'll share practical methods to help you master smart decisions and stop struggling with choices. Have you ever stood in front of a restaurant menu for 20 minutes, unable to decide what to order? Or spent hours agonizing over career choices, only to feel completely paralyzed by all the options? Maybe you found yourself endlessly scrolling through Netflix, unable to pick something to watch, or standing in a store comparing similar products for way too long. If any of this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, and I'm here to help you break free from decision paralysis once and for all. Let me explain why we struggle with choices in the first place. The main issue is what experts call decision overload. When we're presented with too many options, our brains get overwhelmed and try to analyze every single possibility instead of using proven frameworks to narrow things down efficiently. Think of it like trying to drink water from a fire hose instead of a regular cup. Your brain simply can't process that much information effectively. The second major problem is our fear of making the wrong choice. We mistakenly believe there's always one perfect decision waiting to be discovered, when in reality most choices can lead to good outcomes with proper execution and adjustment along the way. This perfectionist mindset keeps us stuck in analysis mode instead of moving forward with action. The third issue is that we lack clear criteria for evaluation. Instead of establishing what matters most before we start looking at options, we jump straight into comparison mode, which leads to circular thinking and endless back and forth without any real progress. It's like trying to navigate without a compass, you'll just end up going in circles. Now let me share practical methods that will transform how you approach decisions. These are techniques that top performers use every day, and you can start implementing them immediately. First, let's talk about the quick filter method. This technique will cut your decision time by 70% within just 1 week. Here's exactly how to do it. You'll need just paper and pen, or you can use the Notes app on your phone. This takes only 2 to 3 minutes per decision. Step 1. Write down your decision clearly and list all available options underneath. Step 2. Create your must-have criteria, but here's the key, limit yourself to a maximum of 3 requirements. These should be the absolute essentials that any good option must meet. Step 3. Eliminate any options that don't meet all of your must-have criteria. Be ruthless here. If you have more than 3 must-haves, you're overthinking it. For example, if you're choosing a restaurant, your 3 criteria might be within 15 minutes drive, under $30 per person, and serves vegetarian options. Any restaurant that fails even one of these criteria gets crossed off immediately. The magic happens when you realize that many decisions become much simpler once you remove options that don't meet your basic requirements. The second method is the timer decision technique, which eliminates endless overthinking loops. You just need the timer on your phone, and this takes 5 to 10 minutes depending on the decision's importance. Here's the process. Step 1. Set a timer based on how important the decision is. Small decisions like what to wear get 2 minutes, medium decisions like weekend plans get 5 minutes, and big decisions like job offers get 10 minutes. Step 2. Brainstorm all options and their pros and cons until the timer rings. Write quickly and don't worry about being perfect. Step 3. When the timer ends, immediately choose the option with the most pros or the one that gives you the strongest gut feeling. Trust your first instinct when time runs out because your subconscious mind actually processes information faster than conscious analysis. A research institution found that people who used time limits made better decisions than those who deliberated indefinitely. You'll notice faster daily decisions within 3 days and significantly reduced decision fatigue within 2 weeks. The third method is the good enough strategy, which eliminates decision paralysis completely. You don't need any special tools for this. It takes just 30 seconds to set your criteria and 2 minutes to apply. Here's how it works. Step 1. Before you even start looking at options, define what good enough means for this specific decision. Be very clear about the minimum acceptable outcome. Step 2. Choose the first option that meets your good enough criteria. Don't keep searching for something better. Step 3. Stop looking once you find a satisfactory choice. This strategy is incredibly powerful because it recognizes that perfect is the enemy of good enough. Most decisions can be adjusted later if needed, so there's no point in spending excessive time trying to optimize every small choice. For instance, when booking a hotel, define good enough as clean rooms, good reviews, and within your budget. Book the first hotel that meets these criteria instead of comparing dozens of options for hours. The fourth method is the two-list technique, which helps with complex decisions involving multiple factors. Take a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On the left side, write down everything you'd gain from choosing option A. On the right side, write everything you'd lose by not choosing the other options. This visual comparison often makes the right choice obvious within minutes. The key is being honest about both the gains and losses rather than just focusing on the positives. The fifth method is the future self-test. When you're torn between options, imagine yourself 1 year from now looking back at this decision. Which choice would your future self thank you for making? This perspective shift helps cut through short-term emotions and focuses your attention on long-term consequences. It's particularly effective for career decisions, relationship choices, and major purchases. The sixth method is the energy assessment approach. For each option you're considering, pay attention to how it makes you feel physically. Does thinking about option A make you feel energized and excited, or does it create tension and stress in your body? Your physical responses often contain wisdom that your analytical mind misses. Choose options that create positive energy and avoid those that consistently make you feel drained or anxious. These methods work because they bypass the overthinking trap that keeps most people stuck. Instead of trying to find perfect solutions, you're finding good solutions quickly and then improving them through action and experience. Let me summarize the key points we discussed today. First, use the quick filter method to eliminate bad options fast by setting 3 maximum must-have criteria. Next, set decision timers to prevent endless overthinking loops and trust your gut when time runs out. Then, define good enough criteria before exploring options and choose the first acceptable solution. The fourth point is to trust your gut feeling when time pressure increases, as your subconscious processes information effectively. Fifth, remember that small decisions deserve small time investments only. Don't spend an hour deciding what to have for lunch. Finally, keep in mind that most choices can be corrected later if needed, so taking action is better than staying stuck in analysis. The most important thing to remember is that good decision-making isn't about finding perfect choices, it's about making decent decisions quickly and confidently, then improving through experience. Please start with the timer decision technique first, since it's the easiest to implement immediately. After watching this video, please try the timer decision technique on your very next decision, no matter how small it is. It only takes 2 minutes, so you can try it right now with something simple like what to have for dinner or what to watch tonight. You might feel positive changes in your decision-making confidence within just 1 week of consistent practice. If today's content was helpful and you feel more confident about making decisions, please hit the like button to help others discover these techniques. If you want more practical solutions for everyday challenges, please subscribe to the channel so we can continue solving problems together. That's all for today. Remember, you're just one decision away from building better decision-making habits. Thank you for watching.